Hey, Keith, this is Jonathan. Hopefully you have a quick minute to answer a few truck questions about the diesel community.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
So, what made you get a diesel truck and not a regular gas truck?
First of all, the benefits in torque. It's just the turbo diesels have a lot more power when it comes to pulling, and other than that, the street tuning capability, and of course, overall fuel efficiency is better as well.
All right. So yeah, let's talk about the tuning. So, is your truck tuned or not?
So mine is actually on a stock ECU right now, but I was looking into getting a tune for it. So from what I understand, it gives significant power gains.
Yeah. Could you just tell like the people that don't know what a tune is? Can you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah. A tune basically alters the ECU to, change air fuel ratios, or in turbo diesels, how much boost you're putting out. So it can do a variety of things, just improving the performance or fuel efficiency or pulling capacity of the vehicle.
Do you think we have a bad reputation about rolling coal?
I think that there's a misunderstanding with that. It's the same thing with every scenario. There's going to be individuals in the community who, of course, do stuff unnecessarily. But in reality, I mean, the emissions are not much more than your average vehicle. I mean, there's vehicles getting absolutely terrible gas mileage and stuff like that. And rolling coal really is not big of a deal. But in reality, not many people do it. It's just there's certain individuals who make a bad name for the whole community.
Okay. And then can you also explain what rolling coal is, or just coal in general?
Yeah, so that's just going to be unburnt diesel fuel, from what I understand. It's going to be basically just like black fuel coming out of the exhaust.
Do you think you fit in this typical stereotype of a diesel owner?
Not at all. In fact, many individuals are surprised when, I'm driving in the vehicle. But I think that stereotypes should not be applied to something like that because, I mean, the vehicles are fantastic, and I think they can be for everybody when used for the right purposes.
And is your truck currently deleted? And then also explain what deleted means.
Basically, again, improves the airflow with the exhaust. With these kinds of deletes, you're just getting, again, more back pressure, more airflow, and you're just increasing the performance of your vehicle, which can also be for, towing capabilities to get more torque, for street capabilities to get more horsepower. There's many uses to that. And it also actually improves fuel efficiency.
Why do you think in the truck community we say 35, 75s, and 40s and instead of saying the whole size?
Because typically, so this is the I believe it's called the metric tire size. So it's typically you have 3 digits, going with the width, the height of the tire, and then the rim size. But when it comes to truck tires, they're at such a large size that it's going by the metric sizes. So I mean, anything in the 30s is just a large tire, and the bigger it is, typically the more aggressive of a tire it is, and the larger of a tire it is, of course. So by giving these like single-digit numbers, it's practical for these individuals just to have this, tire size, alongside the fact that they have different size rims. So by just giving the number of the tire, it's not taking into account the size of the rim. It's just the size of the tire.
Which also goes back to the question about what it means to be stamped.
Okay, yeah. So stancing is, again, very common in any car community. For trucks, stancing can actually mean a variety of things. Individuals can put in wheel spacers to bring out their wheel gaps and kind of have more emphasis on their tires. There is, of course, lift kits that we talked about. There is even lowering kits. Stamping your vehicle can include, wider flares, different tires, different wheels, alongside the suspension. So there's many extra factors available in dancing, and I think it's a really commonly used modification style in the truck community.
6.7, and then also can talk about why the Cummins is an inline 6 or a straight 6 for those people that don't know, or what it means.
Definitely. So, Jeff, starting off with the numbers 5.9, 6.7, 6.0, 7.3, all these are 6.6, yeah, exactly. All these are just the displacement of the engine. So how many liters the engine is would be more practical term. And that also just describes how big the engine is. Back in the day, we used to describe engines in cubic feet, like, we had 404, 505, stuff like that. But now we describe it by the displacement, which is how many liters. So, like you said, 5.9, commonly, super common Dodge engine, the Cummins. 6.7, 6.0, 7.3, very famous Ford engines. And the 6.6 you spoke of is a famous Duramax engine. And all these are, in the community, people know these. I mean, if I say a 5.9, people know I'm talking about a Dodge. So these are just, easy numbers that we can throw around. And, sorry, could you repeat your other question for me?
Also, can you explain to the audience what it means to be, what's a V8 inline 6 for the people that don't know?
Sure. So, as you said, the number 6, the number's 8. We even have eco diesels now, which can be down to 4 cylinders.
And talk about those.
Well, they are quite the engines. Good gas mileage, but not good performance. So these numbers simply just say how many cylinders the engine is. The cylinder is, how fast you can burn fuel at. Gas engines are common in the forms of 4, 6, and 8-cylinder engines, with, of course, exceptions of 10 cylinders, 16 cylinders, and all around. But diesels particularly stick to 2 main engines. The Dodge or Cummins brand typically sticks with inline 6 or I6 engines, and these provide more torque. With the engine being inline, the way that they can inject the fuel provides just a maximum availability of torque, and also can provide better gas mileage since it is a lower number of cylinders. And the V8 construction is just as it's described. 8 cylinders in the form of a V, one going down and the other going up in the form of a V. This is a extremely commonly used platform, used in a majority of all other diesel trucks, including the Power Stroke and Duramax variety. So V8 would be the most common, and the I6 being Cummins' main use.